Welcome to the Oregon Department of Education Child Nutrition Program's ODE CMP training on administering the Summer Food Service Program. This training will discuss the training requirements for sponsors, administrative staff, monitor personnel, and site staff. After sponsors are approved to operate the Summer Food Service Program, they must operate the program in compliance with federal regulations, Summer Food Service Program instructions, circulars, and guidance materials, and applicable state and local laws. This session will cover specific training requirements for the Food Program Coordinator, as listed in CMP Web, the sponsor's administrative staff, monitors, and site staff. A comprehensive training effort on program requirements will help ensure a smoothly operated program, that monitoring, site, and administrative personnel are performing their duties according to program regulations, that meals will be eligible for reimbursement, that accurate and adequate records are available to document the cost of meals claimed, improvements in site quality, and the benefits to participating children are maximized. Training is enhanced when good communications are established with the in-office staff members, the monitors, and the site staff. ODE CMP provides annual training for Summer Food Service Program sponsors. The person listed as the sponsor's Food Program Coordinator is required to complete ODE CMP training. Additionally, sponsors must annually train all administrative staff, monitor staff, and site staff before they undertake their responsibilities. The date training occurred, names of attendees, and the documentation of topics covered must be recorded for each training session offered. See the training checklist in the USDA Administrative Guidance for Sponsors for a complete list of training topics for the administrative, monitor, and site staff training sessions. This guidance manual is located on the ODE CMP Summer Food Service Program website and listed on the resource slide at the end of this presentation. The specific training needs of sponsors' administrative staff will vary. Sponsors who have multiple sites may have administrative staff with varying Summer Food Service Program duties and responsibilities. Sponsors' personnel helping to administer the Summer Food Service Program at the sponsor level may include the office staff, such as assistants, clerks, bookkeepers, and secretaries, area supervisors, and monitors. Sponsors operating a single site may have only one or two persons responsible for administering all aspects of the program. Specific areas of training may require greater depth with different employees. For example, the staff responsible for monitoring the Summer Food Service Program operation at the sites require an in-depth knowledge of Summer Food Service Program site operations, meal pattern requirements, record keeping, and conducting site monitoring visits and reviews with follow-up as necessary. Staff responsible for only the meal preparation and the meal service require a knowledge of the Summer Food Service Program meal pattern requirements and record keepings associated with receiving, preparing, and completing the point-of-service meal counts. Training for administrative staff should cover the topics listed in the outline provided in the training checklist in the USDA Administrative Guidance Manual. Begin with a general explanation of the program, emphasizing the following topics: the purpose of the program, site eligibility, the record-keeping requirements, the organized site activity if applicable, the meal requirements, and the non-discrimination compliance. ODE CMP has provided a separate training on the general overview of the Summer Food Service Program, which can be used in training the sponsor staff. Describe the specific details regarding how the program will operate in the sponsor's organization. Use the menu schedule, sample delivery receipts, and sample daily reporting forms for sites. Include in the discussion how meals will be provided, the delivery schedule if applicable, and what records are kept and what forms are used. If a separate training is not held for monitors, provide an overview of the specific duties of monitors, including conducting site visits or reviews, listing sites for which they are responsible, the monitoring schedule, the reporting procedure, the follow-up procedure, and office procedures as applicable. Use the monitor review form, site visit, and the mileage log. Well-trained monitors who are knowledgeable in program requirements and duties will provide meaningful feedback to sponsors. Therefore, monitors should be present at both the site and administrative training to ensure a comprehensive understanding of program operations at both levels. Since the monitoring function is so important to proper program operations and receiving a full reimbursement, sponsors should conduct separate training sessions for monitors that highlight their specific roles and duties. A separate training is provided by ODE CMP on Summer Food Service Program Monitor training requirements. The training of monitors should outline the specific duties of monitors, including sites for which they will be responsible, conducting site visits or reviews, monitoring schedules, reporting or record-keeping procedures, follow-up procedures, office procedures, local sanitation and health laws, civil rights, reporting of racial, ethnic data, and considerations for personal safety if necessary. The training checklist for monitors is found in the USDA Administrative Guidance Manual. Materials to use in training monitors include the pre-operational and first week site visit form, site review forms, the monitor mileage log, ethnic and racial data form, and the monitor's guide. Sample forms are found in the USDA Administrative Guidance for sponsors and at the end of the sponsor's monitor's guide. Summer Food Service Program regulations require that no food service site may operate until personnel at the site have attended at least one of the sponsor's training sessions. This is an annual requirement. Sponsors must document the attendance at site training sessions and schedule additional sessions for those staff that are absent. Regulations also require that at least one person who has been trained by the sponsor be present at each of the sponsor's site during the time of the meal service. This means that if a site supervisor who has attended the sponsor's training session resigns during the summer, the sponsor is responsible for ensuring that the new site supervisor receives all necessary training before taking charge of the site. At a minimum, sponsors should be certain that they cover the following topics in the training session for site personnel. Begin with a general explanation of the program, the purpose of the program, site eligibility, necessity for accurate records, and the importance of organized activities at the sites. Describe how the site will operate. Discuss types of meals, meal pattern requirements, and adjusting the number of meals. Discuss procedures for sites obtaining meals from food service management companies, other commercial meal vendors, or the sponsor's central kitchen as appropriate. Discuss delivery schedules and who to contact regarding problems. Explain the record-keeping requirements, including daily record-keeping requirements, delivery receipts, provide sample forms as appropriate, records to document seconds, leftovers, and spoiled meals, daily labor, recording the actual time spent on food service, and the time and attendance records of site staff, collection of daily record forms, and maintaining copies of meal service forms. Outline the monitor's responsibility. Use monitoring forms, such as the site visit and review forms. Discuss the monitor's duties and authority and areas of assignment, and introduce them to the site supervisors. Explain civil rights requirements. A separate training is provided by ODE CMP on civil rights requirements. Explain other sponsored policies regarding inclement weather and alternate service areas, problems with unauthorized adults eating program meals, problems with discipline, use of equipment, facilities, and materials available for organized recreational activities, regarding trash removal, implementing corrective action, and nutrition education. The training checklist for site staff in the USDA Administrative Guidance for Sponsors provides a complete list of the training topics for site staff. Materials to use in training site staff include the plan menus, inventory or delivery forms, monitoring forms, the site supervisor's guide, and any applicable sponsors' policies. Sample forms are found in the USDA Administrative Guidance for Sponsors and at the end of the monitor's guide. It is critical that site personnel and monitors understand the importance of accurate point-of-service meal counts. Only complete meals served to eligible children can be claimed for reimbursement. Therefore, meals must be counted at the actual point of service. Meals are counted as they are served. A child's meal is counted by marking off the appropriate number on the meal count form when the child has picked up the complete reimbursable meal. Meal counts are not done by counting leftover meals, trays, or by marking the meal count record after several children have gone through the line. Counting meals at the point of service allows site personnel to ensure that only complete meals are claimed for reimbursement. Therefore, only site personnel who have been trained in the point of service meal counts may sign the daily meal count records. A sample daily meal count form is in the USDA Summer Food Service Program Administrative Guidance for Sponsors. This form also provides guidance on calculating reimbursable second meals. In summary, this session has covered the training requirements for the sponsor's Food Service Program Coordinator and the sponsor's Summer Food Service Program staff, including administrative personnel, site monitors, and site staff. An in-depth discussion of training requirements is located in the USDA Summer Food Service Program Administrative Guidance for Sponsors. Sponsors are encouraged to review this guidance to ensure staff are trained in compliance with USDA regulations and requirements. If you have any questions regarding this session, please contact your assigned specialist. Thank you for participating in the ODE CMP Summer Food Service Program training on staff training requirements. Thank you for all you do to fuel Oregon's future.